Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel. It's Rare Whiskey Friday. It's where things.
You want to do it?
No, I've not been practicing it.
You don't have to practice it.
Yeah, you do.
You just have to tap into intelligence and wisdom and knowledge and physical prowess. That's all that's required.
Is that what this is?
That's all this is.
Physical prowess?
That's all this is.
I really want to take you paddleboarding and see how long it takes you to get balanced.
We can do that. Paddleboarding?
Yeah. Stand-up paddleboarding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I could do it.
We'll find out.
We'll do the hell out of that. Whiskey Vault, Rare Whiskey Friday. We're going to go through and get first impressions on several different whiskeys. These aren't necessarily large brands. Sometimes they are. More often than not, these are going to be smaller craft distilleries without a tremendous amount of distribution. If you should be so lucky as to live in a place where you can get your hands on these whiskeys, you are welcome for the review, and thank you to the magnificent bastards who sent the whiskey.
So all three of these are from a gentleman who these three makes him a titan.
Oh.
José Arteaga.
José. Oh, wait. There's a different thing that I say.
Yeah.
Daniel, in the distance, do you hear that?
I do.
It's a rumbling of magnificence. Could it be?
Cheers, you magnificent bastards. Salud.
José Arteaga. We haven't heard from him for a while, but he sent...
What is this? Dick? DYC?
Dick. Actually, they do actually call it Dick.
Dick.
Yeah.
Okay. What is...
So...
Is it like a last name, or does it
No,
stand
it's
for
Spanish.
something?
It stands for Destilerías y Crianza.
Yeah, it's all Spanish on the back.
It's a Spanish whiskey distillery.
Okay.
That dates back a long ways.
Yeah.
I mean, not like hundreds of years, but to the mid 1900s to late, like 1950s, 60s. Anyway, it's a gentleman by name of Nicomedes Garcia Gomez, an entrepreneur who thought he had a family background in distillation.
Okay.
He thought we should make something to compete with the malts coming out of Scotland.
Did we know what they were distilling before?
They were all different kinds of things.
Okay.
Anyway, so he, this stuff sells like crazy in Spain and actually in India. This company is now owned by Beam Suntory.
Oh, wow.
And it's part of their push of like malt whiskeys into India.
Okay.
And so the number and quantity of bottles coming out of this thing are massive.
Who's this? Do we know?
I do not know.
There's a little man. Everybody say you get the reflection.
Maybe it's the founder.
Maybe.
Anyway, so up until recently, all they did was release blends.
Okay.
Right, just blended malt.
Yeah.
But they are making it, right?
And we have
And then as things grew,
5-year-old, 8-year-old, and 10-year-old.
yeah, so I'm going to do 1-1-1.
Okay.
As things grew, they decided, you know what? We're going to release some like specialty editions of things.
Oh, it's got the cocktail.
It's got even at the age statement one, it's got the thing to keep you from pouring too much.
Now, quick thought.
Why?
Now, quick thought. I wonder if that makes it more likely that a bar plug it into their shelf in the back.
No, a bar's going to
because they can just put the thing on.
A bar's
top.
going to put a pourer in it. They're not going to use that even if
So
it was
why,
in there. They're going to take it
Why even
out.
bother with the 2-cent expense of? I'm making up 2 cents, but it's going to be very cheap. But at scale, those numbers add up for sure.
Habit, because that's what happens on budget things. I'm betting.
Oh.
Who knows? I don't know the answer to that question. Okay,
Oh, well, it's really nice on the nose. The 5? Yeah.
Oh, it's
That one too. Oh.
Like a nice kind of light citrus, no real depth to it.
Oh, well, you know what's
Oh, now it's getting some deeper honey notes.
You know what's really interesting? Ooh. No, hold on, though.
10.
the 5 has more of an aromatic quality. There's more coming at you in the 5 than the 10.
Way more floral.
All right, we'll go through these one by one in just a second. But that's, really interesting.
All right, vanilla, floral.
On the 5. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And on the palate, there's a slight ashy note reminiscent of like really, really budget smoky whiskey.
Okay, so on the nose...
Like Chivas.
On the nose, I think if there's something that you may be familiar with that we're comparing this to, we're probably in the Scotch territory.
Yeah, like the smoky Chivas that we did. Can't remember what it's called.
And ash, I think ash is the right kind of smoke.
Yeah.
And then just a standard, nice maltiness in there.
The 8 adds more of the distinct malt funk.
And there's a little tiny bit of pepperiness in there on the 5. Now I'm going to the 8.
The 8 basically just adds like a wood low depth note to it, but it's the same.
Oh yeah. So I get what you're saying. The 8 has that malty funkiness, but again, it's not funky weird. It's just that classic malty character.
It's not as funky malty as Monkey Shoulder. It's in the apple region though, and then there's a lower woody note. That's added.
Can I tell you though?
I like the 5 better.
I like the 5 better too.
So far.
I like the 5 better too.
Now,
wow.
Oh, okay. I would go 5 or 10 for 2 different reasons. The 5 I would go as like a nice light budget, slightly peppery malt.
Right.
The 10 I would go as like a reasonable, more depth to the palate.
Yes.
But
it's more.
Honestly, I would make them equal in.
I would say
how much I like them.
The nose is stronger, more present, more aromatic on the 5.
Yeah.
It develops and gets a little bit more nuanced and subdued on the 10, but it matures into something that feels like it's a little bit more aged and evolved.
These have got to be blended. They've got to be blended because they taste like blends. They've got that.
They taste like Scotchy blends with an ashy smoke.
Yeah, they taste like that flattened, hollow middle that I usually get from a blend. Okay. Where it tastes like there's base and there's high and then there's just like flattened out mid palate.
Yeah. So comparing
on the budget blends,
comparing these to each other.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at how much the lower age statement.
Yeah, this one keeps up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay more than $30 for the 10.
Yeah.
And probably high 20s to 30 for any of them really. The 8 for some reason just doesn't compete. It's like it's on its way to somewhere and doesn't quite get there.
Well, honestly, it does feel like it is the middle ground between the 5 and the 10.
Yeah.
It feels like it's right in between there, but what's right in between these isn't particularly interesting.
Yeah, it loses what's great about this and doesn't gain what's great about this.
Yeah, the 5 or the 10. Interesting.
Anyway, interesting experiment, José Arteaga.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I'm going to keep these in order just in case we want to go back to them.
And it's interesting, like, I don't think I've heard of that brand, but they're apparently going hard into the distribution game.
Well, they have been for like 50 years.
Just not necessarily.
They just don't distribute anywhere that we normally would see whiskey.
They're not big in the states in general, or in Texas,
in
maybe?
in states in general.
Oh, right on. All right, what do we got?
All right, this is a gift from a distillery we did an entire day on with Carmen Keller. Carmen Keller, a magnificent bastard.
Carmen Keller, you magnificent
Bastard!
We did a whole Rare Whiskey Friday on Bear
Wallow. Yep.
Right? This is Indiana Distillery, Nashville, Indiana. Remember?
Okay, yeah.
And like instrumental in the craft movement in Indiana.
Right on.
And we really liked everything that they were doing.
And I like this.
Yeah. Everything that we've tried from them, we thought either not quite our speed, but good whiskey, or like, wow, that's remarkably good. This is a 4-grain.
Okay.
Only ever aged in used oak.
The used oak.
Only used oak.
We've always been very interested in used oak.
Now these guys are a paragon of legit labeling.
Okay.
Because this is legally a bourbon barrel finished 4-grain whiskey distilled from grain, because this is a distilled spirit specialty now. Yeah. And then mashed, distilled, and aged and bottled by Bear Wallow.
Yeah.
Like they do a great job. Batch number 3, bottle 314.
Yeah.
I don't know what the age is on this.
You know what this is? And I know this is Indiana, but the smell of this,
still fruit specialty. That's right.
Whenever I was not even a novice in whiskey, this is what I imagined whiskey to smell like, and I feel like
cowboys.
Well, specifically though, Cowboys would be kind of a little bit more of a smoky. This is like I'm in the Ozarks. And I actually spent quite a bit of time in the Ozarks when I was a kid. Feels like I'm in the Ozarks. There's a lot of hills. There's a lot of
rivers. There's dirt. And there's wood and leather.
Yeah.
And
wow, it's a really nice nose, is what we're saying. It's
and ba-da-dun-dun-dun. No, just kidding. Boy, you got a purty mouth.
It smells like my cousin.
Oh, this is pretty.
It is.
Now that I'm getting past the initial rich, deep, dark notes, there's this sweetness back there.
But let's say pretty, not in like the classically desserty, fruity, sugary type of pretty. It's like this really beautifully complex, natural. They keep like the
oils.
wood and the leather and the oils and the forest and the rivers and all that kind of stuff. It just feels like a tremendously natural flavor set.
And they really all combine well.
Yeah, and it combines with this sweet oakiness that brings it all together.
Oh, the taste is nice. Man, these guys, Bear Wallow's kicking butt.
Yeah, and the wood shows up more so on the taste. That was one of the notes on the nose. Once you get into the flavor, then the wood element, that oak element it takes center stage.
This has enough woody notes in it that it, for me, compares to the smoky notes in a Scotch as being like this rich flavor accent.
Which is interesting that these are used barrels because, just the reflex assumption would be, well, used barrels, you're going to get less of that woody impact because it's already exhausted a lot of those
how
flavors.
old this is, because look at how dark that is for used oak.
Yeah.
Right?
It's got color on it for sure.
Anyway, this is Rare Whiskey Friday.
Okay. Was that all of it?
Probably.
Is that good?
That's all 4 whiskeys for the day.
All right. Yeah, well, these are good ones, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
Steal, may you steal your lover's heart.
And if you drink,
May
you drink with us.